To say you gotta know somebody, or know somebody to give somewhere these days. To say you know that's alright, yeah that's alright. Cause you know that's alright with me. Yeah, you know that's alright, yeah that's alright. Cause you know that's alright.
Hi, this is Jeremy Ricci. If you're in the Philadelphia area and the surrounding suburbs, and you're looking to sell a house, and you don't want to go through the traditional routes of waiting for it on the market to sit empty, have people poking through your closets, looking at your personal effects, and not knowing when it's going to sell, maybe there's an alternative. We buy houses, and we buy them all around the Philadelphia area. And we buy them in any condition. We'll buy them as is.
One of the things that we do that we're really proud of is we listen to why you need to sell your house, and we listen to what you need to get out of it. And we take the time to care enough about what you need and figure out a way where we can make money off the deal too. And very few people do that. Most people who come out to look at your house, especially these guys that say, we buy houses, they come out and they only know one way to do a deal, which is to lowball you, okay? You know, your house is worth 100 and they come out and go, I'll give you 50, okay? You're not going to take that in most cases. And even if you did, that's a situation of being extremely desperate. I don't want to be a part of a transaction where the seller is extremely desperate and regrets and hates me for doing the deal. I want to be a part of what we like to call a win-win. Everybody's heard that phrase before and it gets overused sometimes, but we really want to do business that way. We can figure out ways, because we have the experience, because we're smarter than the average Joe who does this for a living. And we listen to why you're selling the house. We try to figure out a way where you get what you need and we get what we need and everybody's happy. It can be done that way. It takes a little bit more time. But we're willing to put in that time if you're willing to give us a call about your property.
Now, one of the things too that if you've ever traded in your car in the past, you know a lot about how our process works. Now, you might not get top dollar for your property, but we're certainly not coming out like Phil said and doing a low ball cash offer. So the reason that you would trade in a car is that you know that it's a done deal. You walk into a dealership, you trade in your car, it's done that day. You don't have to worry about all the hassle that goes along with selling your car and having strangers come over to your house and not knowing who's coming over. The same thing goes along with the house.
I think that's an excellent analogy, and let me just elaborate on it. Okay, when you trade in your car, you sort of know that you might be letting the car go for a little bit more than you could get for it if you sold it yourself, okay? But you also got to deal with all the garbage, all the baloney of trying to sell it to people, okay? What happens when you put your house up for sale? You got to deal with a realtor. He wants you to put it under contract. He makes it public information that your house is for sale. Sign put on the lawn. All these strangers are marching through your house. You're worried about your stuff. You're worried about your privacy. You're worried about your children. You're worried about privacy, cleaning, and all these other things that you have to do. If you come and deal with us directly, we come out, we look at your house quickly, we assess the value of the house, we figure out a way to do a deal. End of story. Your house is sold. Nobody knows about it. Nobody has to know about it. Nobody marches through the house except for one visit, and that's just us. Okay? It's a much more clean, concise way to do a real estate transaction.
One of the other concerns, and this is important for you to know, is that right now the lending climate is just a horrible, horrible time to get a loan. The nice thing about us is we don't depend on banks to give us loans. We've never used a bank to buy a property.
We hate banks.
So if you had a buyer just come to you and they're going to buy your house contingent upon them getting bank financing, well, you know exactly how that goes these days. It's really tough to get bank financing. We use private investors. We use cash purchases.
We use our own money.
It's not contingent upon waiting for some bank to give us the green light.
Because we use our own money, we can come out and look at your property and we can make a very quick decision about doing a deal with you.
Yeah, there's no hassle, there's no red tape. We make the process go as smoothly as it should be.
Isn't that what it's all about? I mean, you need to sell your house because you need to sell your house. You don't want to have all these other individuals, all these contracts, and all these people marching through your house. What you want to have is someone who's going to buy it and buy it in a way where you're satisfied with it. And if you give us the honor of a phone call about buying your house, we're going to dedicate our intelligence, our experience, and our time to help figure out a way where we can both do a transaction that we're proud of and that afterwards you're going to refer us to other people. That's what the main focus is of every deal we look at.
Now let's talk about the situations that we've helped people in the past. We've helped people that are upside down in their payments where they owe more than their house is worth. We have an app for that. We've helped people that are retiring landlords, people that are sick and tired of dealing with tenants. Now, maybe that house has given them some income that they've enjoyed over the years, but they want some freedom right now. We've helped people in that situation.
Right. And I mean, a lot of what you do in business is you have to ask yourself, what kind of people am I doing business with? Everything about me is public information. You can just Google my name, Phil Falcone. This is my book, Addicted to Real Estate, Why I Can't Stop and Why You Should Start. My philosophies, my techniques, and 24 years of experience is out there. Jeremy and I do a lot of public speaking. You can go to meetup.com and look for Addicted to Real Estate, and you'll see we have hundreds of people who follow us for monthly meetings and seminars and webinars and all kinds of other things that we do. I have a TV show out there. Okay, we own our own brokerage called Realty Mark 100. We have a We Buy Houses store. We're not some fly-by-night people who happen to put up a bandit sign on a telephone pole, okay?
Or work out of a P.O. box even.
Really, we're established business people. You can find us. We're not doing anything wrong, so we don't have any reason to hide. Everything about us is out there. If you want to look for testimonials of individuals who've done deals with us, we'll give you hundreds of them. You want references? We'll give them to you. We're an established company that buys houses, and we have a very simple strategy. Let me share it with you real quick. Prices are cheap right now, and we're in a position where we can afford to buy houses. So we're building up the largest portfolio that we possibly can. We are young guys, and we have a lot of energy, and we love the real estate business, so we're happy to manage these properties and fix them and do whatever it takes. So we're going to buy your house, we're going to fix it up, we're going to rent it out, and we're going to keep it. We're not going to buy it and sell it to somebody else to make a short-term profit. That's not what we're about. We're actually going to keep your house, okay? And a lot of people have thanked us for that, because one of the things I would have never thought of until I started buying a lot of houses was people said, I'm glad that somebody I like and know is buying this house. They have relationships with their neighbors. They have a relationship with the home. It's their home. It's not just a piece of property. It's a place they live their whole lives, and they want to sell it to somebody who's going to treat it the way that they did.
And we come up with offers that are very thoughtful. So we take your particular circumstances into account. We take the property repairs into account. We take what your goals are into account, and we basically make an offer that's custom tailored to what your needs are. And of course, it has to meet our needs as well. So a lot of times we have much more creative ways to buy than just the guy that's going to come in and give you the lowball cash offer. And that's what allows us to do business professionally. As Phil said, we are out there. We have a prominent location. We're right on Route 309, just north of Montgomeryville. We're at we've been there for more than 7 years now, and we're right there next to the Line Lexington Post Office. So you've probably driven by our office in the past. If you don't know where we are, just stop by. We're on the corner of Route 309 and Hilltown Pike. And you can reach us at 215-321-SOLD. 215-321-SOLD. That's 7653.
I'm Phil Falcone from Addicted to Real Estate. My partner,
Jeremy Ricci.
And our website is below. Our phone number is below. Give us a call if you're thinking about selling your house. Give us a call if you know somebody who's thinking about selling their house. We promise you this. We'll be professional, and we're going to conduct business in a way where everyone's going to be happy with it. Thanks a lot for listening to this message, and we hope to hear from you soon.